Das Einzige, was im Leben zählt, ist zu wissen, wer man ist.
Achtung!
La Fille du régiment is about a girl who has been found alone, abandoned in the forest, and is found by a group of soldiers. And they take her, and she grows up with these soldiers, becoming a little bit a soldier herself.
Most times when we're looking for identity, we overperform because we were trying to prove ourselves. So in the regiment, she is the jack of all trades. She makes sure there's fire. She makes sure that there's food for everybody. She is there and making sure that everybody's proud. So really an overachiever. But at the same time, we realize that it's all reaching and reaching and reaching, because there's something inside that is very, very, very deep and longing. When you have a new production, you have also another chance to revisit and see other facets that you might have missed before. For example, for me, I looked at Marie and I said she's like a ray of sunshine. But when I was working on this production, I found something new that I missed. I realized that most of the people that we call sunshine, they bring the most positivity. They are mostly the one needing the sunshine, needing that sense of belonging in a way. And in the sense that how Damiano explained, the sense of identity, I had missed that ad. Like probably I looked at it, but when I read and listened to Damiano going through the piece, I was like, wow.
I think this is the identity of Marie is one of the most interesting themes of the story. And the fact that she doesn't know where she comes from, who is her father or her mother. And for a person who is in this condition, I think it's a very crucial question to know your past, to know where you come from, because there you can find the answer about your identity. I think the first duty that you have towards a comedy is to be very, very precise in the acting of the cast, in the acting of the chorus. You can express completely different human aspects, and you can have fun also with serious topics, like a group of military during the war. So I love this possibility of creating a comic storytelling of a serious argument, especially argument about the identity of a person.
Wie in allen Wendungen des klassischen Theaters ist es ein Brief, der alles auf den Kopf stellt.
The problem happened when she has to leave the régiment because she has to go to the city because it's found that she's the nephew of the Marchesa.
When she's taken out from what she had to learn, probably to get comfortable in and make home for herself, obviously any change is not comfortable, and in this way also it brings too many questions. Now she has to learn a different way of being, so almost she has to forget everything that she had created for herself. Society tells you you have to be perfect, you have to look like that, you have to do this is etiquette, so you're always being pushed into a corner.
The fact that Marie has to be taught to behave like a aristocratic girl that have to learn how to live in society, but inside her roots are different, and she's really annoyed and bored by playing the harp. So it's not what her fingers want to do, or her fingers want to beat the drum. So I think this contrast, it's very interesting, and we have the two worlds, the world of the forest and the world of the city, the world of the drums and the world of the noble music, the world where you are dressed in a military uniform, and the world where you're dressed like an aristocratic noble woman, almost like a doll, like a puppet. And I thought that keeping the period costume could improve the comic side of the story, because you can play with style, you can play with references of a historic period without trying to be realistic, because there's nothing realistic in our set and in our view.
The universe of this aristocrat, we decide to have this group of aristocrats in one color. So I do a palette of strange birds of somewhere, you know, the group of people like that come in one color to make them a little bit surrealistic in a way. It's good to come back to century costume, because there is lots of work behind it, you know, means apart the cut and then the decoration, the colors, and more you put, more there is to do, you know. To the society, the aristocracy, the more it's more, you know, this kind of, I try to make absolutely this outfit kind of atrocious, you know, to see and to show really what is the too much jewelry, laces. The stage director, Damiano in this case, he has an idea of them character, you know, as I said, I dress up, idea also dream of my director, you know, and for him Maria was this very dynamic, very tough, very tomboy, let's say, you know, like you used to say. When she realized that she belongs to the Marquise, she has to leave this uniform business, let's say, to go into little girl that never been, and that's why she go into this second outfit. It's the little girl dress, and she play with dolls and so on. You know, if you are a girl, you have a doll. If you have a boy, you have a little train. You know, little pistols. You know, and this is the real thing also about education for today in a way. Why? Because you are a girl, you have to play with the doll. This character of Marie has something to say about it for me.
people often doesn't accept or feel somehow limited by being inside a precise frame. So I think the experience of Marie as a character, it's interesting because she goes beyond these borders. She doesn't accept to be framed also. She doesn't accept to be labeled as somebody who is predictable.
There's so much longing, like literally I've changed my entire view of the role. I didn't only look at this side of the hand, but also this side of the hand. And I hope that those who have seen me perform the role before, we can also see the other side of her story. In a world where identity is so important and a sense of belonging, it's the spirit, it's the human spirit that is always willing to fight, and it is powerful. And it lives in each and every human being.